Move on to the lightweight division. We have Ross, the real deal, Pearson, taking on Stevie Ray. Ross Pearson, a minus 125 favorite. Come back on Ray, plus 105. What's your take?
Yeah, fun fight. You got aging striker in Ross Pearson, a guy that's been to the highest level, a guy that's fought some of the top guys. But once again, he's another guy on a 2-fight losing streak. And interesting thing with Ross Pearson here is that he's been fighting in the UFC since, 2011? Once in his entire tenure with the UFC has he won back-to-back fights. And to his credit, he had never lost back-to-back fights. He rotates win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Then he loses to Brooks. Then he loses to Masvidal. So now he has experienced this 2-fight losing streak. For
really
the first time
top guys, and the Masvidal fights at 170 as well.
Yeah, and listen.
He took that on short notice.
And he got stung in that fight, but he showed why people love Ross Pearson. He's game, He wants to stand and strike with you, but also he's a guy that is a mixed martial artist. He has, variable skills, and he can go out there and has these fun performances. Against George Masvidal, Masvidal's too sharp, too clean, too accurate, and unfortunately just too big. Now he gets Stevie Ray, and it's fun actually because Stevie Ray coming off that loss to Alan Patrick, it's like, man.
He got grinded.
I want someone who's going to stand in front of me. I don't want these Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts who are just interested in taking me down and holding position. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, well, we're going to give you Ross Pearson, who's also got similar inquiries about guys that are going to take him down and hold him down. So this is a fun fight between striker and striker. You would, on one hand, you would automatically right off the bat favor Ross Pearson. He's more experienced. He's fought at the higher level, and the guy's very technical. But at the same time, you got Stevie Ray, who's the younger guy, who's a very good striker on his own right, and he's getting written off kind of. I would like Stevie Ray. I would make that play for Stevie Ray. But when I look at these lines and I see plus 105 Stevie Ray, this is basically an even money fight. And for even money, Ross Pearson's got too many tricks up his sleeve. This is a guy that's
much more experienced. He's seen all of these. He's been in there with much better fighters, and even when he loses, it's always against better guys.
Yeah, and you're looking at Stevie Ray. It's like, well, man, he knocked out Marcin Bandel in that Mafra. Okay, well, Marcin Bandel just got beat up on the Abu Dhabi Warriors road to Abu Dhabi.
The guys that he's been running through are no longer with the organization.
They're no longer with the organization. Those are the guys that he goes out there and he has these dominating performances over. When you look at a guy like Ross Pearson, I totally get that he beat Chad Laprise and Paul Felder by split decision each, but come on, that's a class change. That's a big class change. Paul Felder is leaps and bounds better than anybody Stevie Ray's fought. Yep. And if you want to look at, how does he do against pure strikers and pure striking matches? Well, okay, those are two great examples of how he does against pure strikers and pure striking matchups. If this is minus 160 Ross Pearson, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe he's starting to fade that right amount.
Yep.
But he's not, He's not really fading a huge amount, and it's even money fight. My last thing I got to say on this is Ross Pearson didn't do the camp at Alliance. So that's a red flag to me.
Grapple Fit.
Yeah. So he's out in England, and he's working with different gyms out in England, and he's kind of doing his thing. But you also have to factor in that he was getting ready to take on James Krause on this fight. Stevie Ray's coming in short notice, 3 weeks. So Stevie Ray didn't spend any time at TriStar either because it's a short notice fight. So neither guy are at their home camp, and I think that would favor Ross Pearson, who's so experienced that he can get away from doing stuff like that, whereas Stevie Ray, you would have liked to have seen him have an optimal training camp leading up to this big fight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Ross Pearson here as well.
For the line, man, honestly, it's so
and
close.
And I 100% agree with you just in the sense that if it was minus 160 Pearson, plus 130 Ray, maybe there's a little... Yeah. Maybe it would make it a little bit more interesting.
I see the merit on Ray, but even money seems...
100%. Ross Pearson, he is the real deal for a reason.